Minecraft 1.16 is finally among us, and with that comes this video showing you everything that there is to talk about with the new update. Oh, hi everyone, Dewlan here, and welcome to the new Nether update. This video will cover all of the major changes and improvements to the game, and I will be breaking it down bit by bit. I'm going to try and stay very organized for this video, so if you want to jump to a specific portion, check the description or the pinned comment for all of the timestamps for all the different categories that I'll be covering. Starting off with what I think is the most important change. Gone are the days of diamond being top tier, never to be questioned at the top of the pecking order. There is now a new ore in town, and its name is Netherite. That's right, there is now a better block than diamond for your tools and for your armor. But don't throw away your diamonds just yet. You actually need them to upgrade your tools if you want to do it efficiently. So, what you need is your diamond and your new Netherite, and you combine it in a smithing table, which got some functionality. If you do it this way, you get to keep your enchantments, and you don't have to burn through all of that special Netherite. But we'll get into more of that later in the video. Things might seem a little different in the overworld now because these things will be scattered about. These are ruined portals, one of the new structures, and as you can see, it's kind of in the shape of a nether portal. And there's some chests to go along with it. So if we grab some obsidian and this flint and steel here, we can actually finish the portal so new players kind of have an idea as to what this is without having to Google what the nether portal is. You light it, and in we go. In here are all of the new blocks, and when I say that there's a few, that may be a bit of an understatement. They've added tons of new blocks, so let's kind of go over them. These two are the new wood types that you can find in the nether, and they're actually fungus. But you can make all of the wood variants, including planks, stairs, slabs, and everything else that you would with overworld wood. So that means that you have a wood source in the nether now, and we'll actually cover where you get those in a little bit. But as you can see, there's tons that you can do. There's also new shroom lights, a new nether wart block that goes along with it, a target block, some crops, and then over here we have even more blocks. We have blue fire that can be lit on the new soul soil, crying obsidian, the netherite, the basalt, new nether brick variants, and this new block called blackstone, which has tons of versatility when it comes to what you can make with it. Just check out the pure amount of things that can be made. New gold that can be found in the nether, and new types of netherrack. All will be covered eventually, but first we gotta flip the switch here and talk about netherite for a little bit. So as you can see, we have set up here a little workstation. So let's hop into survival mode here and mine this ancient debris. As you can see, it takes a little bit to mine, and it is pretty rare, but as soon as you get it, you can then go into here, and if you don't have a crafting table, you can just use some of this new wood that you can find in the nether. But oh no, I don't have a furnace. Well, this new blackstone can actually be used as cobblestone, and you can make a furnace. So if we do that, we can combine that furnace with all of this stuff to make a blast furnace, and this can be used with regular furnaces or blast furnaces, but it's faster with these. You smelt this, and you get netherite scraps. With 4 netherite scraps, you can craft together a netherite with 4 pieces of gold. And with that, you can upgrade your diamond gear into netherite. Ooh boy. There's an arrow in my neck. Ignore that. So now that we've covered the new ore, let's fly up here and cover the new mobs. These include the piglin, the hoglin, the zoglin, the zombified piglin, which is just a retexture of the zombie pigman, and the Strider. We'll touch on some of the mechanics for these mobs in a little bit, but there's new biomes to explore also. We've got the Crimson Forest, which spawns hoglins and piglins, the Warped Forest, which spawns endermen more frequently, the Nether Wastes, which spawns zombie piglins more frequently, and the Basalt Delta, which spawns magma cubes more frequently. And fortresses can be found in all of these. And the final biome is the Soul Sand Valley here, where ghasts and skeletons spawn more frequently. How spooky. Up next, we have some new structures. You already saw one of them, the ruined nether portal. These can spawn in both the overworld and the nether, above ground, underground, in the ocean, anywhere. And they're all pretty custom. And the other structure to check out is the Bastion Remnants. These things are a monster. It's pretty cool. This is basically a hideout where piglins can be found, but you can also find a bunch of treasure. But be careful when you open these chests, because then piglins will be alerted and you might not have a good time. But in these chests, you can find things like banner patterns, for example. If we combine that with some of these things, you can see that this new banner pattern kind of looks like a snout. And you might also be able to find a new music disc, which is an absolute banger if I do say so myself. We'll let that play in the background as we check out some of the new mechanics that can be found in Minecraft 1.16. The first mechanic has to do with wet sponge. If you place it down in the nether, it instantly dries. How amazing. The next mechanic has to do with the piglin. If you throw him a piece of gold, he'll trade with you. But if you are in survival mode, you see he's a little hostile. Put on some gold armor, and he's chill. Throw him some gold, and you might get some treasure. One of the things that you can get actually includes the new netherite hoe. Side note, hoes can also be enchanted now. And the reason that's so important is because hoes actually matter now. Who'd have thunk it? They can break target blocks, the new nether warts, shroom lights, sponges, leaves, hay, dried kelp, and some other blocks. Piglins are so cool, right? You just want to take them home and snuggle them and force them into slave labor. Well, unfortunately, you can't. As you can see, he's doing a little bit of wiggling right now, and that's because he turns into a zombie piglin if you take him to the overworld. So keep ya trading in the nether. Over the rainbow here, we've got a new setup so I can show you the relationship between piglins and hoglins. So if they are in need of food, the piglins will hunt the hoglins, but think of it more as an ecosystem. As you can see, they're not always hostile to each other, and in fact, their children will actually play with each other. It's kind of cute. But the hoglins do have a weakness. They hate the warped fungus and will do whatever they can to run away from it. But if you combine that warped fungus with a fishing rod, you can get yourself a warped fungus on a stick. Get that and a saddle, and you've got yourself a nether boat in the most Minecraft way possible. These are the Strider mob, and if you ride them with a saddle with a warped fungus on a stick, you can be zooming if you're not tethered to a lead. They actually go really, really fast, and I'm pretty sure if I'm in survival mode, we'll get an achievement. There you go. Players can now rest easy, knowing that there's a new way to respawn and find your house in the nether. This is the lodestone, and this is the respawn anchor. If you right-click a lodestone with a compass, you get yourself a lodestone compass that will always point to that lodestone, even if you're in the nether. Notice how this compass is all wild and wacky, but this one points you back home. And the respawn anchor, you can fill it up with glowstone, and then right-click it, and you get a respawn point. So if you die in the nether, you'll respawn back here. But every time you do die, you'll lose a charge. So make sure to keep this thing filled with glowstone. There has been some changes to the way redstone works. If you see right here, this one's on, this one's not. What's all that about? Well, they added the cross back, but you can right-click it to get the dot back. The dot doesn't conduct power next to it, but the cross does. If you want more info on this change, I made an entire video on the redstone changes that you can find up in the corner right there. Tons of technical changes, small advancements, and improvements to the game have been added in this amazing new update, and it's even more amazing when you're playing it. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. It really does help a lot. And I'm curious to know, what's your favorite part of the Nether update? Mine would have to be all of the new building blocks that there are to offer, but Netherite is also pretty dope. So, thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, this is Dewlan, and I will see you later. Bye now. Thank you.